What is spiritual healing? Spiritual healing is the practice, and experience, of restoring, harmonizing and balancing our spirit or soul. Spiritual healing is also seen as a transcendental experience of reconnecting with our true nature. As author and teacher Shakti Gawain writes, spiritual healing occurs as we begin to consciously reconnect with our essential being, the wise, loving, powerful, creative entity that we are at our core. Spiritual healing and spiritual awakening. For many people, spiritual healing is a crucial part of the spiritual awakening journey. By revealing and soothing the wounds that other modalities, such as psychology or nutrition, fail to heal, a doorway is opened to deeper inner spiritual alchemy. In other words, spiritual healing can offer us the chance to grow and transform in a way that no other path can. Many sensitive and receptive beings, such as empaths or old souls, are drawn to spiritual healing. Some even become spiritual healers themselves. For many spiritual seekers, spiritual healing becomes a regular part of their spiritual awakening path. So in summary, there are 5 different types of spiritual healing. 1. Physical healing, of the body. 2. Emotional healing, of the heart. 3. Mental healing, of the mind. 4. Spiritual healing, of the spirit or soul. 5. Holistic healing, of the body, heart, mind, and spirit. To be as short and succinct as possible, there are 2 dark twins of spiritual healing. Issue 1. Spiritualized resistance. The first dark twin is what I call spiritualized resistance. What does spiritualized resistance mean? Basically, it means that sometimes we can use spiritual healing as an excuse to get rid of certain feelings, memories, and experiences that we've had. What's wrong with trying to banish or get rid of what we go through? It's a form of resistance. And resistance leads to tremendous suffering. I'm talking anxiety, depression, anger, resentment, bitterness, the whole shebang. I believe that everyone in the spiritual community needs to understand that trying to heal is not always about healing. In fact, often, healing is used as an excuse to deny, suppress, disown, or reject what we're going through. It is completely understandable to want to try and get rid of our suffering, particularly if we are exhausted and deeply wounded. But here's the thing, desperately trying to heal can actually exacerbate your unhappiness and deepen your resistance to what's happening, thereby preventing you from actually healing. I will repeat that sentence again, read it slowly. Desperately trying to heal can intensify your unhappiness and deepen your resistance to what's happening, thereby preventing you from actually healing. It is important for us to understand that true spiritual healing is about facing, acknowledging, exploring, and integrating what we are going through. It's not about trying to escape our reality. Issue 2, Dark Spiritual Teachers. The second dark twin is perpetrated by spiritual healers and practitioners who are aware either on a conscious or unconscious level of the first dark twin of spiritual healing. These teachers are aware of the addictive quality of the push and pull game of eternal self-improvement, and they use it for their own self-gain. I see this literally everywhere. It's a sad thing to behold. It's prevalent in people who believe they must pay big bucks to manifest their desires, keep their vibration high, and basically accumulate more and be more, as if who they are and what they have isn't already enough. When does this getting and being more actually end? It's an eternal cycle that leads to suffering, which I wrote about in my thought-provoking self-improvement article. Then, of course, you have the more sinister breed of spiritual teachers who appear divine and enlightened on the surface but are raging megalomaniacs underneath. A true spiritual teacher will always give your power back to you, but a false spiritual teacher will not only parade around wearing your codependency like a crown but will also actively encourage it. They will purport to have the power to heal all your issues and provide you with the one true path towards enlightenment, illumination, self-realization, or oneness. And if you believe them, you'll be ensnared in a dangerous web of believing that someone outside of you can offer you salvation. Read more about dodgy spiritual guidance. What is authentic spiritual healing? Healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls our lives. I hope that during the course of this article, I have communicated myself clearly. Spiritual healing itself isn't to blame, it is our mental approach towards spiritual healing. When spiritual healing is used as a way to avoid, deny, suppress, and disown our issues through spiritualized resistance, we are abusing its potential. And when spiritual healing is used as a dangling carrot by unethical and unwise spiritual teachers, then it is being desecrated. What is authentic spiritual healing? True spiritual healing is about facing, acknowledging, exploring, and integrating what we are going through. It's not about trying to escape our reality. It's really as simple as that. Just think of it this way, if you had a blistering sore oozing blood and pus, would you really achieve much by covering your eyes and pretending to ignore it? No, the pain and infection would still be there. Would you really heal by pretending the sore wasn't yours or by making it someone else's responsibility to look after? No, you'd still carry that sore with you everywhere. It wouldn't go away anytime soon. The only way to heal that blistering sore is to face it, accept it, and find ways of alleviating your suffering, not as a way of trying to escape your reality but as a form of self-love. This, to me, is true spiritual healing. So when it comes to spiritual healing, please be mindful of these traps and practice healthy caution. Critical thinking skills and radical self-honesty are so vital in this day and age. What I've learned, I've been guilty of using spiritual healing as a way to try and escape my suffering before. As a person who has wrestled with anxiety for years, I have often fallen into the trap of trying to spiritually bypass my suffering through fluffy feel-good thinking or methods that promise to instantly get rid of anxiety. It doesn't work. Trying to put a band-aid on a festering sore will only make it worse. Resisting your reality, even in a spiritual way, will only serve to deepen your suffering. The only way out is through. You need to go to the core and roots of your issues in order to heal them. Please reflect on what I have written in this article because it might save you years of pointless struggle. Love and peace to all. What does spiritual healing mean to you? Tell me below.